Boom! We're back. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit record um, once the game started, but it's fine. We started digging, we started getting some holes in the ground. We got a swine up with defensive items on it. See if we can get an early win streak with ground. And in case I didn't mention it, this is actually an attempt at getting a win with rock. So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully we can dig something out with ground and then maybe even just bridge the gap. Maybe. Not really, probably, because what you really need is Onyx and Rhyhorn. But unfortunately those are late game units, or at least late mid game units. So we aren't going to be able to bridge ground and rock from this point. So once we get to once we get to stage 10, we'll have to transition into just rock so that we can pull a good unique. Other than that, rock is pretty neat. Having all that defense is fun, but it can be countered if you don't have the proper setup. Looks like there's another ground team, which is annoying because I'm the king of digging, in case you didn't know. Looks like we'll win this one, just barely. We'll get that graveler out and sweep up shop. But like I was saying, rock obviously has great defenses, plus it can get some nice buffs from the gems. No, not gems, just with the weather rocks. Also, we pull 10 gold, so that just shows the value digging can have. And also a water gem, but I'm not sure that'll come into play unless we get Corsola. No, Corsola is a water type, so we'd have to get, I think, East Sea Shellos. I think that's water rock. Yeah, and then the other one is aquatic ground. So we could get water, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that. What is nice though is that we're keeping our win streak, and we're also at 40 gold already, which is nice. Not sure how we want to play our money. Maybe we can get some ad picks to help us out, but for now it's hard to say. We do have what's that thing called? The rock cook in the shop, so we spin past it, so that's kind of dumb, but we're win streaking, so we do have the economy. We're already at 50 gold at stage 7. Another I guess they're playing rock, but they're also playing, no, they're playing ground and just ground for some reason. And it looks like that Geodude might solo us. Ugh. Okay, I was holding my breath there. Not literally, but I was anticipating a loss. And we get Choodle, which is great, actually. Not only is that another rock unit, but it's also a monster unit, which could go insane in the later rounds if we get Rhyhorn, and then there's other monster rock units, I'm sure. But we also get the Tyrant, which is awesome. Possibly a dragon ground unit, and then what else? Fossil, yeah. So if we get Regirock, that would be great. And then there's some other rock fossil units, but they are the ad picks, I think. I think Anorith, and then whatever their Gen 4 fossil units are. We do lose our win streak, unfortunately, to the fighting team, which I guess makes sense since they have they have two-star units and we don't have any. But what we do have is 4 rock already at Gyarados, which is nice. And then actually 5 rock, because, well, 5 rock if we want to, since Nidoran doesn't have to stay. Dreadnought. That's fine, I guess. I mean, we could always save the Dittos in case we get an early Rhydon. But why bother? Just get a good unit. Try to sell through the mid game and do what you can to bolster the team. I'm not sure what goes great with rock offensively. Obviously, you want to get some special defense items or some like recoil items to synergize well with the rock defense. But depending on your mons, like your carries, I think it's kind of hard to say what you want in terms of offensive items. And we get the Iron Thorns. There's also the Kangaskhan, which would be an option since it's another monster unit, but the Iron Thorns is fine. It has a pretty, definitely not a broken ability, but a pretty, how do I want to say this, like abusive ability, because it heals with every single one of its casts. So if you have like a Shell Bell plus something that does mana, you're kind of just like healing every single interaction. Plus Soldu, if it's really like dragging the game out, then that healing and ability power is just gonna go up and up. So it's a good unit to have if you're like stalling out games. Like for this grass team, unfortunately we actually get taken out by the Quilladin because of its ability. So that sucks actually, but they'll fall off eventually. Quilladin is a great early to mid game unit, but it's not gonna last. Muscle Band is definitely decent, and looks like we're going for the Tyrant carry. Hopefully we can get another Tyrant so that we can maybe use that Ditto on it. What am I doing? Oh, I just wanted to finish out these 2 holes, I guess. It could be worth it. What also could be worth it is that Bagon. If we're going to play Dragon, then we're going to have plenty of room to splash in Dragon Monster after we get 6 rock, so that'd be fantastic in all honesty. If we got Gibble, that would work great. We lose to the field team, unfortunately. Field electric team. And what do we have here? Looks like we could keep the ground splash. That'll be just a little bit of extra defense for whoever we want to put that onto. Since we already have close to a single row dug. Oh, and there's Larvitar. I forgot. I was thinking there has to be one more rock monster unit. I just forgot who that was. But now we can play 6 rock. And then still have the ground splash. Plus, if we get Rhyhorn, then we will be playing with, okay, I think this is a misplay because we aren't getting any monster. I mean, we're not getting any synergies that we would have otherwise if we just played 6 rock. But that's fine, I guess. I mean, it's not really fine. I think that was a misplay. We should have just kept 6 rock in and then held on to those dragon units. Especially Dino, we don't even need to hold on to that. Just find a different dragon unit later. Dreadnought's doing good though. Iron Thorns is doing good. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, and we get another 3 gold, which is pretty decent. And so we can. Okay. I really wish I would just put in the Geodude for the Dino. I'm not sure what my thought process is. Please. Oh my god. Oh wait. I think I know why I did that. Because Dark Splash, which is fun, but it's not really that helpful since like our 2 weakest units are the only dark ones. They're the bottom of the battle stats, even though they were in the entire game. Especially Larvitar. It's the one that's hopping to the back line, so there's no excuse for it to not be dealing any good amount of damage. I'm not sure I had Ghastly on there, but even despite those misplays, I think we're shaping up well. And then let's see what we get through our items now. Again, I'm not sure what we want to play. We don't have any special defense, and I'm not sure if there's any fairy or psychic teams that are going to cause us any grief, but either way, it's still good to invest in some special defense, so probably be a good idea to take the ice. Oh, but we get a Tyrantrum, which is awesome. And I guess we could go for the Shell Bell. I think that would be decent on the Iron Thorns. But maybe we want to save that for our Legendary. Maybe. We thought about making it, but I think this is fine for now. Excuse me. Not super familiar with the Tyrantrum. I'm sure it's a big mean boy that's gonna carry this, but off the top of my head I don't even remember its ability. If we can get Dragon 5 active, then I think we could really take advantage of that defense. Also, excuse my voice. I don't know what's going on. I just have a very rough throat, I guess. And we keep the digging going. Maybe we could get a full row with just the Geodude. We already have 6 rock active, so like for our last 2 placements, we could go for like either dragon or monster. I mean dragon or dragon or monster. Holy, it took me so many tries just to get that simple phrase out. But I mean, if we get Gibble, and then is it possible to get both Dragon 5 and Monster 6? Obviously we want Gibble since that's already a natural link between the two, and then Is there anything else? We want Rhyhorn, of course, and then yeah, I'm not sure if we could get both unless we get a miracle with well, we already had an Electivire Carousel, so I don't think that's possible unless we get a Sableye Carousel and get a gem, or maybe we could dig one up. That's always a small possibility. I wouldn't rely on that though. I think Dragon would be the best to go for. Dragon 5. Get some extra shields on the Tyrantrum. And then... Actually, not really, because... I mean, we're only playing... Well, it depends on what our legendary is, really. I feel like Monster 6 would probably be better in the late game, since we're probably going to want to play the right on. Yeah. And so having that extra monster, the extra monster stacks is going to go a longer way than just having a bit of extra shield. Especially for something that's only going to be beneficial for like 5 mons or less, because like Dino needs to go, really. It's not actually helping the team at all. It has 10 damage. Shelgon has 12 damage, but it's giving us 2 monsters synergies, and then even Geodude is out damaging it. Plus it's digging, so it's infinitely more useful. And I guess my game plan here is to go for Dragon, which I'm not sure is the best idea. I think Monster just holds a better option for late game. Also interesting that this Grass Cook team is playing the Flapple instead of Hydrapple. I wonder what made them do that, because usually the Hydrapple, I think, is a stronger unit, but it is also less consistent, or just inconsistent in general, because oftentimes it'll just let me rephrase that. Its ability, I think it launches like 4 blasts, and then each of them only has a 50% chance of hitting, so it can be very inconsistent. And then so just going with the Flapple, maybe that's their strat. That being said, they are a high roll team, so I feel like, yeah, the Flapple probably is a better option, since you just want to get some more consistency and having those high roll common units. That's like just a higher bar for your team. And is there even a rock portal? I don't think I saw a rock portal, but I don't think it mattered because we were going for Dragon anyway. I think having like a Regirock would still be cooler. Not that it's really something that we want to go for either way. I think Flame Orb. Sorry, what was I? No. Sorry, I mixed up my thoughts, but yeah, I still think going for a monster would have been better. I think I was checking if anyone's playing Psychic or Fairy. I definitely make the Assault Vest. It's just a question on who I slap it onto. There's not... I mean, there's probably something else I could have slapped onto the Iron Thorns, but I don't think it really matters. I mean, it could matter. I shouldn't say that. I should be more cynical with the choices I'm going for, because I'm watching this game after the fact, so there's a lot I could learn. And do we win this? Yeah, we do. I was a little surprised. It looks like we were getting pretty close to getting taken out, but I think despite them getting their field stacks, it was beneficial for our Iron Thorns and Tyrantrum to survive that long. Because obviously you have the muscle band, and then the sticky barbs plus the Iron Thorns is just getting Soldu stacks. I guess the Assault Vest is pretty good on the Iron Thorns because it's already Rock 6, and once you get that Assault Vest, it's just going to be able to tank really well. Plus the, what's it called, the Excavator kit, or Explorer kit, gives it some extra defense. And so just being able to last longer without Soldu is really, really nice. And there we go. Slowly but surely, we do get that win. Also our first time picking up a rock finally. I just noticed that we didn't have any rocks till now. And then, I'm not sure what I want to get here, but my eyes are immediately drawn to the old amber. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought I would take the old amber, but I guess I go with the Grissidi flower. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I mean, it's probably not terrible. Maybe I just slap it on the Curium. Yeah. Curium is my only good backline unit. So getting that extra speed with the red orb, that's fine. I'm not really playing ice, so unless I get a Frigibax, then I'm definitely going to put that in for the Dino, and then I'll have a slightly better ability. But since I'm not playing ice, having some just good old attack on it is going to go a long way. Especially since we're playing against this fighting team, having the true damage is nice. Also the true damage, god damn, look at that true damage on Tyrantrum. It's dealing more true damage just from the sticky barbs than it's dealing damage in general. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Just beautiful. I'm also holding on to the Grottle for some reason, which I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't go for the Vibrava anymore, which is fine, that makes sense. But I do get the Frigibax, so that does give us 5 dragon. That'll be some nice shields on the Tyrantrum, even if only it's like 45 shield, I think. Oh wait, no, 55, I think. I think that's how many stars we have with all our units right now. And easy win over this grass team. Kind of a shame because it is a pretty nice grass team. But I think they are kind of going wrong with how they're playing it. I think having the high roll common units is probably holding them back. If they just invested more into the late game instead of going for those high roll units that aren't dealing much damage at all, they would have been better off. Especially because they're playing grass, I think it would have been much more valuable to go for the level up. Try to get level 9 as fast as possible. Also, could go for the Tyranitar. I don't have the Tyranitar itemized, but you're never going to complain about a Tyranitar, right? Especially if you already have Iron Thorns, that's a pretty cool duo to have on the field. The real star of the show is Tyrantrum, though. I don't think when I was playing that I was expecting for it to be such a strong unit, but that just goes to show that you should probably, I don't know, pay attention to what you're doing sometimes. Like maybe read how the units operate. I think Stardust would be the best. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess that's probably a better idea to have the Stardust on the what's his name? The Iron Thorns, of course. Because even though it's going to lose just a little bit of defense from removing the Explorer kit, it's going to be getting some defense from the Stardust plus more shield. And by the end of the round, if it survives, the Soul Dew is going to be giving a lot of. Well, I guess it doesn't scale how much PP it gives. It just scales more ability to power, but it consistently gives 5 PP throughout the round. There's the Gibble, but I don't think I care about it anymore. I mean, yeah, I can't play it over the Geodude, obviously. I could play it over the Xylius. For some reason, I'm really attached to trying to play Dark Synergy, even though it literally does not help us, like, at all. I mean, it could maybe help us a little bit. I think Pupitar and Xylius are capable of dealing a little bit of damage, so it would make a difference, but like they're really not significant on the team. This is a bit of a closer game. Luckily, we do have the red orb that really helped take out that Empoleon. Plus, our front line is just it's way too tanky. They did get the Tyrantrum, but Iron Thorns is balling out, if I do say so myself. Arctibac's doing a good job. That red orb is really nice. Plus, I think the Arctibax is actually the hero of that round because being able to just get 4 ice on the board is really cool. And there we go. Now we take the Old Amber, which is not only a cool item to have, but it's going to buff our Tyrantrum, which is already one of our stronger units. And we're definitely going to put the Old Amber over Arctibax, right? There's no one else we would... No, don't... why did I do that? No. I'm shocked. I'm appalled, actually. I mean, it could work better since it is a monster unit, but honestly, it would have been way better on the Arctibax. But who knows? Maybe it's better for the spirit of the game to go for the Rhyhorn Old Amber since we are playing a rock game. But I think it would have been better on the Arctibax. Because look, the Arctibax is... Oh wait, no, it's not dead. Neither of them are dead. We're fine. We're gonna win this with 7 Mons on the board. And I don't think we lost a round since like stage 15 or something. I think once we got our... Who was it? Once we got our Tyrantrum, I think we did a win streak. Up until this point. Don't want to speak too soon though. We definitely did strongly beat the other player that's in the lobby right now. But things could always change. There's definitely been moments where I've spoken too soon, gone too confident, and then just assumed we would win, but we did not. I know it's a wild round, but we should be rolling. I'd rather have a little bit lower chances of getting something I want than to have all that money not go to use. I don't need the Gibble. Onyx is cool, but it's not actually useful for us anymore since we're not playing ground. I need to take off. Remember to, dang. Now I start taking the dinos because I realized I would have had one by now. But of course, once I do commit to it, they don't show up anymore. Except for that one. I don't think it matters though. Or wait. This is a closer game. No, never mind. It's not. We're going to take out the Xerneas sooner or later. Yep. There we go. Solid win. Look at that Tyrantrum. It's a beast, really. I don't know if the fossil synergy procced. I don't know if it went off. Oh, but Rockhead. Yeah, that's a super insane ability. Playing, especially playing Muscle Band, Pokédoll. I think if I had a Rocky Helmet instead, but Pokédoll is probably great to have, since I'm not playing any special defense. But either way, Rocky Helmet, Muscle Band, like once you get to the later end of the round, it's, yeah,